Southampton 0, Man United 3. Finally, some goals, a clean sheet, and finally a win.
Yep. Good news, man. Good news. I'm really happy about the way that we played in the second half. I mean, the first half was a bit kind of, I don't know, flat. I mean, you know, the first 30 minutes it wasn't brilliant, but the way that Rashi performed in this game, I'm really happy to see. And you know, Xerxes could have done a bit better. Ahmad. The fact that Ten Hag's playing Ahmad is a brilliant thing.
Yeah, talk to us about that, because, bro, do you know what? I feel like this is a really nice moment for you, because you've been screaming the Ahmad thing for a very long time. And I know it's not about, like, giving my flowers around, but, like, I know how much you like Ahmad. We all do, but I know how much you've been asking for him for a hot minute. Yeah,
I know. Like, I just think he's a match winner. I think he's like gonna come into his own the more he gets minutes. But I just don't like how Ten Hag's been moving. Like I said it in the stream today, like I don't like the 4-2-4 that much. And it's kind of like I support the manager, but a lot of things and the decisions that he's making, I'm not fully happy with. And one of them is not playing Ahmad enough, you know? And again, Ahmad plays today. There was moments in the first half where we want someone to hold the ball or just retain possession for us, make the right kind of passes, dribble the football. Ahmad can do all of that.
He's a really intelligent footballer, isn't it? Technically sound, makes good decisions, knows when to go past someone, knows when to just set it, knows when to try and keep the ball and win a foul. He's growing into it.
You mentioned I think in the second half though, in terms of his end product.
Just
that's the little small bit that, but it's exactly. He's really young, so I'm happy that Ten Hag's kind of utilizing him a lot more. Garnacho off the bench again, massive impact again.
It's fire off the bench, isn't it?
Yeah, we knew from last season as well that him starting games was not brilliant, but again off the bench, good. So he's kind of like added to that again. Bruno's not been really good again this game. It's kind of weird. I think that new contract, from then it's kind of been.
What's he doing wrong? What's happening? What's he doing?
I think his position's changed. So if we give him a little bit of slack there, he was as like the main 9 for the first 2 games, I think, and then he kind of went into the 10. So maybe a little bit of adjustments there. But I don't like the way he plays the 10 for the club now in the 4-2-4. It's just like, so when he's playing the 9, he's just kind of everywhere, and then when he's playing the 10, he's kind of just everywhere. Whereas I think we need more of like a Mason Mount type 10. Even the way that Xerxes kind of plays as a front player, he kind of he tracks back, but centrally he doesn't waver to the left or to the right too much. He's more central, whereas Bruno's all over the pitch. I think that's his biggest problem. But other than that, and he's wayward with the passing and the possession. But everyone knows that's Bruno. Yeah,
he's never not been that.
So I agree with you though. You'd said before, like his best parts of his game is final third. But for me, I think he should be an 8. If we're trying to be the best transitional team in the world, he should play 8.
In terms of the performance though, in that first 30 minutes, look, Onana pulls out a big save to change the pendulum. Do you know what I mean? It swings in our favour then, because before that, we were worried, bro. It was bad. Let's not, Southampton were playing through us. We couldn't win the ball back. We couldn't win duels. Dallo was getting cooked, eventually gives away the pen. It had the markings right there in that moment for the embarrassing capitulation. And I know we've won, so I don't want to be negative because we've had a really good result in the end. But those are the little moments that could have gone the other way. They're still in us.
Yeah, we don't have the mentality. We're not mentality monsters. And I think the formation, the way that the players are trying to articulate or implement on the pitch, it means like we're just open. Like teams can play around our shape, our 4-2-4. They can play through it really quickly. Because it's heavily transitional, it's like there's always like loads of spaces, whether it's in like in front of us for us to attack or behind us that we're conceding because we play on the halfway line a lot of the time. So there's still a lot of issues for him to fix, but Eriksen kind of done well. I think he was more compact.
He didn't, and he was the surprise inclusion, Eriksen. But this type of game, when we were doing things we were meant to be doing, you could see why Eriksen was going to be all right. Like, we have to keep saying, Southampton are not good. Yeah, like, we can't be getting too, like, it's hard because it's like 3-0, good, job done, clean sheet. But, like, they were playing us off the park in the first half an hour. But then when we got to grips with it after that moment, they didn't get near us.
See, I think Owen mentioned on the full view that these next few games are like the small little warm-up games for the bigger tests.
Yes.
Spurs, Villa, they're the bigger tests. But Barnsley, that needs to be another 3-0 or like a clear with a lot more control Like, we didn't have much control, which is, I think this shape is worrying me now. Like, because, okay, you come up with 3-0, and we created a lot of chances for me. You know, Xerxes a couple times in the first half, Rashi, you know, in the first half. You know, we should have got a lot more goals in this game. But it's like, it's good that we're creating these chances, but I feel like we also concede a lot of chances, or it's just too open. It just feels a bit too open. The way he structured, because it was 3-1-6 again today in the build-up. Yeah. Maybe he's got to do 3-2-5, maybe, just to shore it up a little bit more. He's got to make some adjustments, but it's early in the season.
Yeah. Man of the match was De Ligt, just really quickly on him. How did you like his performance? Because he gets his first goal for the club as well.
Yeah, I think Walker-Peters, my double.
Marcel Walker-Peters, bro.
he kind of, you know, gave him a hard time in the first half, but I think as the game came into it, he done well. I think he could have scored 2 goals. He could have scored 2 goals. So I'm happy for his performance. He's better than what we have in terms of what we used to have. In terms of Lindelof and Maguire, and he was solid. He was solid.
Are you worried about maybe some of the injuries though? 2 look precautionary, but Mazraoui looks like he was in big pain.
It's going to be an issue, you know. And it looks like, you know, and Ten Hag was talking about robust footballers, you know, a couple months back, and now the back line just looks like they're all kind of they're all out. I'm worried. I'm worried going forward, because already I don't want to start giving excuses. I don't think Ten Hag can afford to say, "Oh, players are out." He's got to be able to find something that works, even if it means changing the shape. He just has to win games. It's about results now. So, you know, if he took Casemiro out, which is good, it benefited him. He's decided to back Rashford, which I would not personally have done, but he's done that. It paid dividends. I wonder what he does. He needs to rotate. I don't know if he's thinking about that, but against, you know, midweek now, he needs to start rotating. Otherwise, you know, you might pick up a couple more injuries, and then, you know, you're going downhill from there. I would actually still maybe start Ahmad, though. I think he needs a consistent amount of games to keep. You need to keep playing him, basically. But then Casemiro needs to come back into the team. Does that take away the way that you play this system? Or
he can get a start, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good shot, actually. Yeah, Agate. Yeah, Agate should maybe get a start. And then maybe Toby as well, if you want to kind of, you know, change up the midfield completely. But what's going to happen to the defence? Who does he play? Amas maybe at left back?
It just depends. I think Mazraoui was the one who looked really hurt, but then in midweek, because it's, you know, then Palace is coming quickly after that, you want to make sure that little niggle that De Ligt and Martinez had, you want to make sure, I try and keep them away from Tuesday. Just play Maguire and Evans and, maybe Amas. But I can't, Eric don't like to make too many changes.
He always, like we know from last season, he always likes to play his strongest side.
Exactly.
So I just think maybe just again, Maguire. You trust Maguire, and Maguire's played.
Maguire can play. Barnes at home. Maguire should be playing.
Yeah.
If he's fit.
Yeah, maybe hopefully a Mass on the left then.
Yeah,
man. I'm happy with what I've seen so far. Just not the shape.